The Analogue Pocket has been out for a few years now, so I'm a little late to the party. I actually just picked this one up at a local trade night, and I figured it'd be a perfect time to kind of walk you through my initial setup process. I have built these for other people before, but I've never actually had one for myself, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to update it to the latest firmware and then check out one of the absolute coolest community tools available called Pocket Sync. It makes installing openFPGA cores like super simple. Getting your ROMs, your directory structure, and everything is just, it's automagic. It is awesome. By the end of this video, if you follow along, your Pocket could be fully updated and ready to play a whole lot more than just Game Boy cartridges. Let's get started. All right, so this process is pretty straightforward. Analogue has really streamlined your ability to maintain and update your Pocket. So the first thing I want to do, I'm starting with a blank microSD card. You can use up to a 2 terabyte microSD card, which I think is crazy overkill. I'm actually using a 512 gigabyte SD card because I plan on loading this thing up with everything. I really want to test it, see what it's capable of, put it through its paces. I think you're probably good enough getting a 200, a 256 gig card is probably the sweet spot. It'll give you opportunity to put plenty of things on there without overload. Too much can be too much sometimes. One thing to keep in mind is, just like any mod process we go through with an SD card, you need to use a quality SD card. You need to use a name brand quality SD card. I also prefer getting the SD cards that actually have a little bit better read-write speeds, right? So anything that has basically the ability to capture 4K, if it's labeled with the ability to do 4K, or like write speeds of like 130 megabytes a second. That's the SanDisk Extreme card that I'm using here. But your mileage will vary, so the biggest recommendation I can give you is don't get one of the knockoff cheap brand SD cards. It will not go well for you in the future. I've seen a lot of people have made comments on my other videos, especially like in the Vita videos when we do use SD cards with the adapter. There's limitations there because of the hardware, but you still want a quality card that has a lot of a well-known amount of read-writes and just a good quality card. So SanDisk is really my preferred. Samsung makes a good card. There's a couple of name brands out there that you can go with, but getting one of these oddball off-market ones, not great. The card I'm going to use for this video, I'll have a link in the description. The card that I also could recommend is kind of like a little bit cheaper alternative. I'll leave that in the description too. And they'll both be name brand Amazon links, so they help out the channel. So if you do use those links, thank you very much. It costs you nothing, and it does a little bit to help you. So the first thing we're going to do with this SD card is we're going to format it. I always start off formatting a card. They go through tests and things like that at the factory before they're sent out. So anything that could be stuck in there, residuals, things like that. So this is my blank SD card. I'm just going to right click here, USB drive E, and I'm going to say format. And a quick format's fine. Leaving everything blank is cool. And there we go. All right, easy. All right, so here on Analogue's website, all the links for everything in this video will be in the description. The support page, it's very straightforward. Installing firmware, all you have to do is start with a blank SD card, download the firmware, and copy the bin file onto the SD card. Copy that and paste it. And then with your Analogue fully powered off, you install this SD card and power it on. It will automatically start the firmware update process. Okay, back over on the Pocket itself. So this is the first time I've ever powered it up. I'm going to go ahead and power it on and go through the setup before I install this SD card. Still have all my screen protectors on. Wait till the last minute. I don't want to mess those up. No scratching the screen while we're out here on the work. All right, I'm gonna skip the tutorial because, like I said, I've done a lot of these before. And if I forget anything, well, then we'll just figure it out as we go. Go ahead and get through that and agree. Okay. The update itself is there. All right. Now we're here at the main menu. Ooh, battery life is on from charging. I'm going to go ahead and plug a charger in. But as we're doing the firmware update, we don't lose any. We don't want to crash in the middle of it for sure. It's just a USB-C charging. Okay, so what we're going to do is power the console off. Hold down the power button on the side. I'm going to go ahead and install the SD card. Kind of a like a spring-loaded latch. So go like that, get it there installed, and we'll power back up. Now this time when we power up, see, it goes straight into the update process. It already knows what's up and what's going on. So what I'm going to do is just kind of leave that here, and we'll speed up the video and get through this, and then we'll move on to the next steps. All right, and that's it. The whole process in real time takes about 5 minutes. It's really not that long. We'll go back into skip tutorial, and because it's new firmware, we got to do the same thing. Except there's the patch notes and updates, which you can also get off the web page. See, is today? I think it's July 19th. I want to say it's like noon. Don't really know. Really sure. We'll go with like 12:15 maybe. Sure. We'll do it. All right. So here we go. Now you see we do have openFPGA as a option here, and we're gonna spend. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get into a pretty sweet piece of software to get that all set up and configured for us. Okay, so the next step is we're going to, we need to transfer files over to our SD card. There's two ways you can do this. You can take the SD card out, put it back in your PC and do it that way, or you can actually connect USB to your PC and do it that way. I usually take the SD card out and put it into an SD card reader on my PC because the transfer speeds are a bit faster than they are through the USB connection here. But if you want to do it through the USB connection, on this main menu, you go into Tools, Developer, and you just turn on USB SD access. It'll pop up a window on your PC, and it'll show that you're mounted here. So again, it even tells you not for large transfers. My preferred method is pulling the SD card out, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it all set up on the machine, so we'll kick over there and finish this out. All right, I'm back over on the PC, and we've opened up the Pocket Sync GitHub page. Pocket Sync is a phenomenal tool. I have set these up for friends before, and I have not had this tool available to me, or actually, I think the first one I did was a couple years ago. It was before the tool existed, and I think the last one I did, the tool actually did exist. I just didn't know about it. So, Neil Morrison. You are the GOAT. This tool is phenomenal. There are constant updates to it, and it's really great. So over here on the GitHub page, all the links in the description. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here. There's a really good explanation of this detail. It kind of walks you through a lot of things. Yeah, we're going to come down here to installation, click on the latest release, and I'm going to download the 6.3.1 setup.exe because I'm on a Windows machine. We're gonna start the install process now. One thing to warn you is it for some reason Defender picks up on this program. You don't need to take my word for it. You need to do your own research. If Defender is calling out a program, research the program that you're installing, make sure it's from a trusted source, make sure it's something that isn't going to wreck your machine or get into your files and do things that it's not supposed to. So don't take my word for it. Don't take anyone from YouTube or the internet or anyone's word for it. Do your own research. I do trust this source. I do trust the creator of the software, and so I'm going to say run. All right, walk through the setup process. We will finish. And here we go. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is connect the Pocket or SD card. So just like I just showed you, you can do this via USB. You can do it via the SD card. Install the machine. It's the same process either way. What we're going to do is we're going to navigate to basically the root directory of whichever way you're connected. For me, it's USB drive E, and this is what I want to select right here. Basically, it has all of our file structure and everything in it from the Pocket. So we're going to select that folder, and boom, we're in there. All right, the first thing we want to do is we want to set up some cores. There are an awesome amount of cores in the software. This software has all kinds of things. People are constantly contributing to the project, and it's really great. So one of the things you'll notice is some of the cores, there's duplicates. So like PC Engineer has two of them, but one of them has this symbol in the top right, and this symbol stands for the Analogizer FPGA, and that's a third-party piece of hardware that looks like it. I don't own one of these, but what it looks like it does is it connects. Basically, it turns the Analogue Pocket into basically a consoleized thing where you can hook it up to an external video source, like hook it up to a TV, so you can convert the video that way. It looks like it can take the cables in for PC Engine, memory card support. There's a lot of different things. So basically, if you're using any of this hardware, those just out of the way. Those pieces of hardware are already cooked into these cores, right? I don't have those pieces of hardware, so I'm going to select the cores that do not have that symbol on it. Just as an example to show you how easy it is to set up a core, I'm going to set up NES. So we select NES. So over here on the left under cores, where we want to start, right? So cores, NES, and we're going to say install. It will not, it won't install things that already need to be installed. But we'll go ahead and select all and just everything. All right, everything's installed. Now when I go under games, it'll show me all the cores that I have installed. Now there's a small bug. I think it's a bug. I submitted it to the GitHub page. Is what I think is a bug. It might be, might not be. It could be an operator error. As soon as I get update on that, I'll either make a video or leave a comment down below and kind of let you know what I found out. But when you select this, it's supposed to open the folder inside of your drive, basically the assets folder for NES. So where it should take you is right here, and where it seems like it's taking you is to documents for some reason. And it seems like every core that I install does this. So I'm not exactly sure why or what's going on. It could be a permissions thing or some strange thing with my specific system. But like I said, I submitted a bug on the GitHub page, and we'll see what happens with that. When I do get an update on that, I'll let you know. But no big deal, because all you have to do is navigate to the directory manually. It's a nice thing to have to one click and be there, but no big deal. We go down to, so the E drive is my SD card. Under assets, it'll have all the cores that I've installed, NES, and then under common is where you're going to want to put your game. So For NES, you need .NES files, like it says here in games, and they're so uncompressed and set up in there. So I have them installed. All right, I copied Contra over just to get it running. Yeah, so that's really it. Now, there are a ton of other features and options. Once you start creating your save states, it will list all your save states, all your saves. Once you make screenshots, everything will be sorted here under Pocket Sync. This is a phenomenal piece of software. It will validate your firmware. It'll validate all your palettes and different. I mean, I'm telling you everything. So we're touching on the very basic. If you just want to get cores set up, games running, this is how you do it. One other thing that they have here for systems, so for cores that require BIOS, right? Cores that require BIOS, I always get the questions on, hey, where do I get the BIOS files? Where do I get BIOS? I'm not going to go into where to get BIOS files. BIOS files are copyright protected. I don't want to go into how to get it. Google's your friend. They will do it. However, Pocket Sync does have a built-in configuration for it to help you out. So under settings, you can go right here to ROM and BIOS files. And basically, if you copy this link, so when you first get into your configuration, it'll look like this. If you copy this link and put it in here, again, letting know about your local laws. You need to, it's your responsibility to know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. But you can put that link in there, hit save, and now the games and systems cores that need BIOS files will automatically go out and get those for you. I don't have any PC Engine games, but I'll go through this. Okay, so if I do an install here, so we're going to install PC Engine. Okay, let's see. Then the cores, PC Engine. Actually, maybe PC Engine doesn't have any files. Do another one. I know Neo Geo has BIOS files. Go do that one. All right, Neo Geo. All Neo Geo. That. And this is how simple it is to install cores. It's very awesome. Okay, yeah, Neo Geo does have BIOS files. So when you look here, see required files 04. So it's telling you right here that there's things that this button shows up at the top, required files. And here in the list, there's different sound settings, backup files. This UniBIOS is the one I'm talking about though. So the cool thing is now because we've set up that link under settings, you can click download all. It will go out and find them all, get them all set up for you, get everything set up there. Takes just a second to wrap up. Yeah, we're done. All right. So back to the list. In games, once again, I don't have a game. I try to do Metal Slug, but I'm not going to deal with it. You get the point. So now we can close out of Pocket Sync. We can eject our SD card, throw it in the pocket, and we'll pick it up over there. Got my SD card installed. Going to openFPGA consoles. So here's the 3 consoles that we set up. NES is the only one we put a game on for. So NES and run, and there's Contra. So good. Oh, let's see. Up, up, down, down, left, right. BA start. I think that's BA, right? Yeah, look at that. 30 lives. Man, I'm telling you, the Konami code will live on in my brain for the rest of my life. I should get it put on my tombstone. So there we go. We got NES. Now, there are all kinds of options and things that you can do. Let's see. So you can go into core settings. You can change your display mode. You can change custom palettes. You can do all kinds of crazy things. So the levels that you get to get into are way outside the scope of this video. This was just to get you set up. However, if you get into playing a game or a specific core or something and you've got questions on the configuration or the setup or some of these options or a core that we didn't cover today, leave a comment. I will 100% get you all set up. And if I don't know, I guarantee that somebody else in the comments knows, because I'm going to spend probably the next few days setting this thing up exactly the way I want. I want to add all of my cores, all the games that I like to play, get it set up the way we like it. So appreciate you guys hanging out. I know it was kind of a quick and dirty one, and it was kind of an old topic. I know a lot of you guys have probably already been through this, but thanks for hanging out. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and now that I finally have one, I can start checking it out with everybody else. So like I said, if you got any questions, comments, let me know down in the comments. I will try to answer every single one I get. If you like the video, like the video. If you enjoy things like this, tutorials, mods, repairs, that's what we do here. So hit that subscribe button. Be ready for the next one.